Good morning, everyone. Jerry Hall here. It is April 4th, 2020, and as I am listening to the roosters crow and the neighbors get their fences open and begin their day, I start my day looking at the market. Obviously not overjoyed to see red. However, it's not atrocious, normal crypto action. But it led me to this particular train of thought. And that is, so often over the last couple of years of my involvement into this space, the market isn't acting in a way that I would like it to act. Now, many of you have seen or heard my stories. That's how you found me at this particular channel in the first place. However, I'm extremely encouraged by the infrastructure and the goings on around us because it tells me the space is growing up. It's not, the value isn't reflected in the price. And as saddening as that is into itself, there is momentum. There really is truly momentum. As I was going through Twitter, I got this from Victoria. Thank you, Victoria. She was replying to Darren Moore, but it's an actual tweet from the Bank of International Settlements, and it's talking about how this particular health crisis has really sped up their need to get working on this project. What was maybe in the past a good idea is now become an absolutely mandatory event. And to me, that couldn't be any more encouraging. You know, for so long, we would read blogger posts and speculators putting out, connect the dot type of content, which, although is encouraging, is not necessarily verifiable. But when you have institutions like the Bank of International Settlements, they've got the blue check here, means this is their Twitter account. This is not some, jackleg, as DAI would say, putting out data. And there's a trend here. So it's not just the Bank of International Settlements. We've got the Bank of England doing a full court press on digital payment rails. I mean, this to me is incredible. I encourage you to go check this out. Hit that link. You'll get the full report, or the webinar, actually. You can sign up for it. It's pretty cool. I would definitely do it. I mean, and it doesn't stop with the Bank of England. We know they were a big fan of DLT technology and specifically Ripple. But how about this? How often do you hear from Deutsche Bank? How often is Deutsche Bank putting out digital asset content in their official Twitter feed? I'm excited, folks. I'm thinking there's a change in tide. If this creates an even stronger momentum and a stronger push, then the whole theory behind, let's say, getting one big player to get on RippleNet and interact with the ODL rails in some way, shape, or form, what do you think that would do for faster adoption? Me, it's just, I'm connecting dots here and I'm speculating, but if one major player comes into this space and we have all these other major players, the Deutsche Banks, the Bank of England's, the Bank of International Settlements, the Santander's, etc., that have all kind of in the background been pushing this, how fast do they go public with adoption? I would say pretty fast. It's obvious the world needs real-time value transfer. And, unfortunately, maybe one of the silver linings that come out of this particular health crisis is that. And if that is a positive that comes out of this, I will take it. Because Lord knows we've all had enough pain and suffering. Speaking of adoption, from the financial institutions and things of that nature, there's also going to be people who are going to lean in heavy when they hear this is happening. There's been a lot of people that have dismissed digital assets. It's kind of a fool's errand, as evidenced by how small our market is. But that is going to change. And when that changes, there's going to be a lot of explaining to do. And I mean, all your friends are going to ask you. And I came across this young man because he's joining the team at On the Chain to produce a weekly or by couple times a week program for that platform, and his name is Nick Black. Now, Nick also has a personal little YouTube channel, and something that he was doing as a way to create some content from a library perspective that could have some value ongoing for new people is his Crypto and Coffee series. And it's just basic. Episode 1 kind of walks you through blockchain, various project designations, some terminology. He really gets into deeper terminology in episode 2, and episode 3 is premiering today, so I'm not totally clear what's in that episode other than a continuation of the terms and the vocabulary in this space. But it's really thought out, and he puts up notes as he's speaking. I think it's a well put together little YouTube show. I would highly recommend it to anybody. That's Mr. Nick Black, as you can see right here, and type in Crypto and Coffee, and you'll be you'll be able to easily find his channel. Well, folks, it's a Saturday morning, and I know that you have a big, busy day, so I'll keep it short. I wish all of you well, and from Costa Rica, pura vida.